America. The land of opportunity, freedom, and people arguing on the internet about who invented the cheeseburger. But how did we get here? How did a bunch of rebellious farmers, philosophers, and people who didn't believe in bathing regularly create one of the most powerful nations on Earth? Buckle up, because this is the ridiculously entertaining history of America, Part 1. Before there was America. Long before anyone shouted USA, USA, this land was already home to millions of people. Civilizations, trade routes, and cultures far older than any European map, the Mississippian people built giant pyramid cities. The Iroquois formed political systems that might have inspired parts of the U.S. Constitution. Meanwhile, across the ocean, Europe was like, "We've discovered science, invented printing, and, decided bathing is optional. Let's go find India." In 1492, Christopher Columbus, professional navigator, amateur geographer, sailed west to reach Asia and hit the Bahamas instead. "Behold, India, sir, these people don't look Indian. Shh, don't ruin this for me." And just like that, the New World became Europe's favorite new land grab. Spain, France, and England raced to claim territory. The Spanish brought swords and churches, the French brought fur trading and probably baguettes. And the English? They brought permanent problems. Jamestown, 1607. The plan? Build a town, find gold, live happily ever after. The reality? Starvation, mosquitoes, and zero gold. It was basically Survivor Virginia edition. Except no one could get voted off the island. Then came Pocahontas, who, legend says, saved the settlement. Because apparently, one person with empathy can fix a lot of English mistakes. Next up, the Pilgrims. Religious folks tired of the Church of England. So they said, "We're starting our own church with blackjack and pilgrim hats." They sailed the Mayflower to what's now Massachusetts. The Wampanoag people met them, taught them to survive. And in return, they held the first Thanksgiving, which would have been a lovely friendship story if the settlers hadn't taken all their land later. Oops. Then came the Salem witch trials, a mix of religion, paranoia, and bad Wi-Fi. "She looked at my cow funny." Witch. 20 people were executed before everyone realized maybe we shouldn't base murder trials on vibes. The Salem witch. Panic. By the late 1600s, the colonies were growing, but so was their imagination. In Salem, Massachusetts, 1692, a group of girls claimed they were bewitched. Suddenly, everyone was a suspect. Did your neighbor's cow stop giving milk? Clearly, witchcraft. 20 people were executed, 19 by hanging, 1 crushed to death by stones, because someone decided that was an appropriate form of justice. It's one of America's first mass panics, and a powerful reminder: fear spreads faster than facts, taxes, tea, and temper tantrums. Fast forward to the 1700s. 13 British colonies are thriving along the East Coast. Farmers, merchants, thinkers, all building a new world. But Britain? Well, Britain's got bills to pay, so they start taxing everything. Tea, paper, even playing cards. The colonists don't like that. They say, "No taxation without representation," which, to be fair, sounds reasonable. Britain says you do have representation in our hearts. The Americans don't find that funny. So one night in 1773, a group of them sneaks aboard British ships and dumps 92,000 pounds of tea into Boston Harbor. Playful. That's enough for about 18 million cups. Britain has never gotten over it. The revolution begins. The British were furious. The Americans were defiant. And by 1775, it was war. The first shots rang out at Lexington and Concord, the shot heard round the world. At the helm of the Continental Army stood George Washington, a tall, quiet man who looked like he was born to lead, and probably also born tired. The war was brutal. The Americans lost more battles than they won. At Valley Forge, soldiers froze, starved, and clung to hope. But Washington never gave up. And eventually, neither did the world. When France joined the fight, the tide turned. And in 1781, at Yorktown, the British surrendered. America was free. Subscribe to the channel for continuation.